Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny Allen, and before we get started with today's video, please make sure that you are subscribed, that you thumbs up this video and check the description box below. So how are you today? I hope that you are doing well. I hope that you are continuing to see yourself as a blessed individual, and thank you for taking the time to come in and watch my videos and enjoy my channel. Thank you for all the lovely comments that I've been getting. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for your support. Thank you. I really truly appreciate it, because a lot of work, anybody who is a YouTuber knows that a lot of work goes into YouTube. So your support is very much appreciated. Okay, so for today's video, I wanted to come on and share how to deal with spiritual stagnancy, because a lot of us can feel stagnant. We feel burnt out. We're praying, we're reading the word, and nothing appears to be going in. Nothing is clicking. It's because we have become stagnant. And you know, excuse me if I keep looking down at my notes, because I made a lot of notes to do with this, and I did some research on it, and I just wanted to come on and share with all of you how to deal with spiritual stagnancy and how to get over it quickly. If we feel ourselves in a state of stagnancy, we don't want to remain there, we don't want to stay there. We must come out of that stagnant place quickly so that the enemy does not get an advantage over us. Okay, so what is stagnancy? What is it? Stagnancy: cease to run or flow as air and water, to become stale or foul from standing as in a pool of water, to stop developing, growing, progressing, or advancing, to become sluggish and dull. That is what the word stagnant means. And I'm sure that we've all seen a pool of water that has become stagnant. And when it becomes stagnant, it begins to turn color a little bit. All the bacteria begins to grow and multiply in that stagnant water. And then shortly after that, especially if the weather's hot, you will see flies coming there. You will see flies coming and settling there. It will begin to get dirty, cloudy, muddy, and eventually it will begin to smell. And we don't want that description in our spiritual life. We don't want that. We don't want that. But that's what stagnancy means. And in the thesaurus, I looked up the word stagnancy in thesaurus, and the other words that you can use instead of stagnancy or stagnant is fester, to language, to stall, to stand still, constipated, decay, decline, idle, putrefy, rust, stifle, vegetative, not move, lies fallow. Lies fallow. So all those descriptive words, we don't want that in our relationship with God. We don't want that in our relationship with God at all, because when we have that, as I said, the enemy comes in and takes advantage. And I've got some scriptures here that deal with stagnancy. So we've got, and I will write the scriptures in the description box below. So we've got 2 Corinthians 9:8, Ephesians 2:8-9, John chapter 15 verse 2, 1 John chapter 2 verse 15, John 16:33, Deuteronomy 2:3, Psalms 50 verse 15, 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 6, Deuteronomy 1:6-8, 1 Peter 2 verse 2, and James chapter 1 verse 4. These are scriptures that I found that deal with stagnancy its consequences, and the remedy for stagnancy. Let's have a look at one. Let's have a look at Psalms. Let's have a look at Psalms chapter 50, verse 15. Let's have a look at that. I'll just get my Bible. Psalms chapter 15, verse 50. Let me get that out quickly. Psalms chapter 50, verse 15 says, "Call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver you, and you shall glorify me." Call upon me in the day of trouble. When we know that we're in that stagnant place, we are in trouble, we need to call upon the Lord quickly. And here the Lord has promised to deliver us from that state. But we have to take the first step and call upon the Lord and cry out to the Lord to help us to come out of this spiritual state. Okay, let's have a look at John 15 verse 2. John 15 verse 2. John 15 verse 2 says, "Every branch in me that does not bear fruit, he takes it away. And every branch that bears fruit, he prunes, that it may bring forth more fruit." Every branch that does not bear fruit, he takes it away. A stagnant tree is a tree that needs to be pruned, because when you have stagnant water, and what happens when you give somebody to drink stagnant water, that person is poisoned. That person is going to have a stomach upset. That person is going to have, it might be so severe that they might end up having to go to the doctor or the hospital. When we are stagnant, we emit, we emit things that do not benefit the people around us. We have to stay fresh. We have to keep our relationship with the Lord, flowing like a flowing river. We have to, because we will not be benefiting the people around us when we are stagnant. So let's have a look at some of the causes of stagnancy. You have pride. You have been trying to do everything. What are the causes of What are the causes of stagnancy? Pride. You've been trying to do everything your way. You've become lazy, carelessness. You've worked so hard that you are actually burnt out. Feelings of accomplishment. I did this, I can do it myself. I've managed to get these things done on my own. And we're not looking, it's the grace of God and the favor of God that has helped us to accomplish the things that we have been able to do. Insecurity. You're scared to make a mistake. Procrastination. You took your eyes off the prize. You've become distracted. And when you've become distracted, you're looking on the right hand, you're looking on the left hand, and you're not going straight. You've stagnated. You've taken on too many tasks at the same time. You've taken on too many tasks at the same time. You're not resting. We're all doing too much. And I've been there, and I'm sure that you've been there. We have to make sure that we take time to rest. I've just come back from a spa break. I think you might have seen a few clips, or I'm going to put up some stuff about it later. But every 3 to 4 months, I take a spa break. Once a quarter or once every 6 months, I make sure that I'm on a plane to somewhere hot. Or on a daily basis, I go for walks. I have a gym membership. I go to the gym. I work out because it helps me to relieve some of the things that can cause stagnancy. I push myself to go to the gym and work out. Being stagnant affects your relationship with God. So let's have a look at 10 ways of how we can overcome stagnancy. Number 1, recognize that it's an attack from the enemy and you need spiritual help to overcome it. Consider fasting. And it's important to establish a habit of fasting. I try and fast 1 day a week. I have a specific day that I try to go and fast. You might be able to do a 3-day fast. But if you realize that you're in a place of stagnancy, try and start a fast immediately. Make sure that you get, if you've got some medical conditions or you're taking medication, make sure that you're getting some support from your medical practitioner. But try doing a fast and make that fast consistent. Once a week you fast also, or try a 3-day fast once a month. That's up to you. But try to engage in some spiritual assistance. Number 2, look for prayer points to deal with stagnancy. Google is your friend. There are loads of prayer points. There are prayer books. There are even YouTube videos that can help you with prayer points to deal with stagnancy. Number 3, make a personal commitment to maintain your daily relationship with God. Put God first and not what you are facing. We don't wake up and then we start to deal with the issues of life. We don't want to wake up first thing and then start to plan our day. Put God first on a daily basis. Start a new morning routine. That before you touch anything else, you've already had that communion and that intimate relationship with God before you start your day. Join a prayer group if you can. Okay? The next point. Go on a spiritual retreat. Take a break. As I said, I have just come from my spa break, and I take my Bible, I take books to read, I take my iPad, and I listen to messages, I listen to prayers, I do Bible studies online. There's YouTube channels that I follow that do really, really good Bible studies. I bring my earpods and I listen to worship and I pray. I take the time out because, as you know, I work a full-time job. I'm also a Christian life coach and I do YouTube, and that is a lot, and it's very easy for you to tip and become unbalanced. So it's important for me personally to take breaks because I do not want to become stagnant. So go on a spiritual retreat. You don't have to fly somewhere. You don't have to go off to a spa break if you can't afford it. But take a day out somewhere and do something that you love that will redress your balance. Okay, here's another one. Watch messages that will help to build your faith, which I've just spoken about. Journal. Whatever your issue is that is blocking you, that may be stagnating you, journal. Get it out on paper. I journal. I don't journal every day. But anything, if I'm in a situation that's really taxing my mind or bugging me, I will journal it out to get it out on paper. Journaling really helps. Guard your thoughts. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? What are you meditating on? Let's have a look at 2 Corinthians 10, verse 5. 2 Corinthians 10, verse 5 says, and I'm reading it in the New King James Version. Verse 5 says, casting down arguments and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, bringing every thought into captivity to the obedience of Christ. Casting down arguments. We can have internal arguments, internal negative thoughts. We can have these things going on in our mind, and it's like a two-way conversation. Somebody sitting on our shoulder. One person is saying here this, the other person is saying that. Which voice are you listening to? The one that is not edifying, the one that is not building you up. Cast it down in the name of Jesus. Cast it down, cast it down. I also, in order to build my spirit man, I will play, as I sleep, I play these, they have these YouTube videos that have like 8 or 9 hours of just scriptures. And I listen to those overnight, because how many of you know that your spirit man does not sleep? Your spirit man does not sleep. Your spirit man is wide awake. So while your physical man is sleeping, why don't you build your spirit man with the word? I also have videos where I'm reading scriptures, audio Bible, reading scriptures. I have loads of those on my channel, and I'll put a few in the description box below. I have playlists where I've read through the whole book of Matthew. I've read through the whole book of Acts. I'm currently going through the book of Ephesians. I've gone through the book of Luke. I'm reading through the books of the Bible, and they're uploaded, and you can put them in your own playlist and be playing them as you sleep. Feed your spirit man as your physical man is asleep. Defend yourself fiercely against toxic negative influences and limit your exposure to the negative. Social media is full of the negative. Social media is full of it. Even on some of my videos, I get negative comments. I just block them. I just block them because I don't want any negativity around me. Limit your exposure to the negative. What is on your social media feed? Is it time for you to clear out some of the people that you follow, some of the people that follow you? Is it time for you to rework or readjust and clear out what you have in your social media feeds? Okay, associate frequently with people who lift your spirit and inspire you. Who are your associations? Who are your friendship groups? Is it time to move some people from the front to the back in your associations? What kind of associations that you have that is causing you to be stagnated? Okay, and the last one, create a habit of worship daily and worship on the go. Worship daily and worship on the go. I have, as I said, I've got earpods. I'm on the train to work, or I'm doing a prayer walk, and I've got my earpods in, and I'm listening to worship, listening to the messages, listening to my Bible. So this video, I hope and I pray, ministered to you. It helped you. It will help you to move forward. It will give you some ideas on what you can do to quickly get out of that spirit of stagnancy. Because remember, the enemy's job is to come to kill, steal, and destroy. Kill, steal, and destroy. And I will leave the scriptures that I read out in the description box below, so you can go through and study them for yourself. Okay, so God bless you, and I'll see you in my next video. God bless.